business news from the Capital Region. This is Washington Business Report with ABC7 national correspondent Rebecca Cooper.
Welcome to this week's Fresh Look at Business and Finance in the Washington region. This week in business news, growing concerns in cybersecurity, calls for new rules in how the NFL does business, plus fallout from the McDonald verdict. And in our small business spotlight, a low-cost way to maximize your marketing plan. But first, in today's one-on-one, we sit down with the CEO who grew a small Georgetown store into the largest chain of its kind in the U.S. Marla Malcolm Beck launched Bluemercury in 1999 as a website, but quickly realized she was too far ahead of the internet curve. Customers just weren't buying it. So she opened her Georgetown store and stuck with it. Now with 50 retail stores and growing and a booming internet business, I sat down with Beck to learn more about how beauty is much more than skin deep when it comes to business. Welcome to Washington Business Report. Forbes magazine described your company Bluemercury as now the largest beauty retail and spa services company in the U.S. How did it all start out?
Oh my God. So in '99, when I graduated from business school, I came to Washington and I worked in finance, and I never had time to shop. And back then you could only buy cosmetics at department stores or drugstores. So I had to travel 30 minutes to buy my lipstick, and I thought there had to be a better way. So the whole idea was the friendly neighborhood store where you could get expert, honest advice. We started with e-commerce because you couldn't buy beauty products on the internet, and quickly realized we were too early and needed to have stores.
So you founded the store in Georgetown, but let's back up because your path is an interesting one. You're a California girl at Harvard Business School and even at business school. You loved makeup, you loved products, you loved facials. I'm guessing that there weren't a lot of people at Harvard Business School really focused on makeup and facials?
No, and the truth is I hid that passion because it wasn't professional to sort of love makeup at that point. But when I was growing up in California, I had facials before anyone knew what facials were. And so when I came to Boston, I was looking for spas and looking for skincare products, and I couldn't find the ones I used in California. So it was always at the back of my mind, but it became a reality when I moved to Washington.
But as you say, you were very serious about your studies. You worked at McKinsey before you went to Harvard to get your MBA, and you not only got your MBA at Harvard, you attended Harvard's Kennedy School of
Yes.
Business of Government.
Yes.
What did you think you were going to do?
Well, I always thought I'd go into business, make all my money, and then go into public policy. But I can do everything, do good from Bluemercury's standpoint. So I'm doing it all at Bluemercury.
So you were in D.C. after Harvard Business School. You were working for a finance company, and you were trying to buy a company and met your future husband, and now he's COO of this company. You're CEO, he's COO.
Yes.
How did that relationship develop, and how does it work now?
So when I met him, he had started a company with his brother, and he was an amazing entrepreneur, a sort of person I had never met before.
His name's Barry Beck.
Yes, my husband is Barry Beck. He could get more done in a day than anyone I ever saw. So when I was looking at starting Bluemercury, I'm like, he's got to start it with me. And so I recruited him more as a hire, but that evolved over time. We got married actually when we opened our 4th location, and I always joke, we had kids at different locations. So we had a kid at location number 5, a kid at location number 8, and our last kid came at locations 13 through 25.
People say it's cliche to talk to working women about balance, but I think anyone with as many things on their plate as you have, it's good to learn from. So teach us some of the tricks of the trade for balance.
I think everyone has their own way. I integrate work and life together. So the Friday before school started, we had opened a new store. I took my 2 girls with me. We hopped on the metro, went to Union Station, and checked out the new store together. So for me, it's about integrating. Everybody has their own way. I'm never off. Some people have to turn off. It's all mixed together for me, and I think it works for me.
Hiring people is one of the most important things when you're a retailer. What have you learned over the years in terms of the most important steps you need to take, qualities you need to look for to find the best people?
I mean, I have a lens, a way I hire. I look for skill, will, and fit. Does the person have the skill? Do they have the will? Is this what they really want to do? And then fit, do they fit with the culture of the company and how we work? And so one thing that's really important to us is you have to love beauty products. If you don't love them, you can't learn them. And the second thing is you have to really be nice. The whole concept concept of Bluemercury is the friendly store, and so if you're not nice, if you don't really like other people, we're not the right place. So it's a lot about culture. That's the hardest piece.
Is it hard to find someone who loves makeup products and still has a good business mind and a good retail mind?
There are a lot of people that love beauty products. It's a huge industry. And even men, the shaving category, all of those categories are important. So you just have to have an affinity for products.
How did you slowly make the online part of the business succeed? Or did it happen quickly?
No, I think we just kept at it. And so we launched our site in 1999. Jeff Bezos had spoke at business school when I was there, so I saw this whole new world. And I thought, I'm busy. If I could buy cosmetics online, it would be the best thing in the world. It was just too early. Not everybody had fast internet connections. So we just stuck at it for years and years and kept pushing at it. And finally it just took off probably about 10 years ago. So we've been in the business in e-commerce for a very long time and continue to grow that business.
Beauty products are a huge market. There's lots of big name competitors that don't want to see some upstart take any of their market share. How do you beat back the big guys and keep growing?
We're faster than everybody. We see trends earlier, and we're very nimble.
And this is a big year for you, your 15th year. When you look back, think about where you started and where you are now, what part amazes you the most?
It's hard to even imagine. I mean, it's 15 years. We have 500 amazing employees. We have 60 stores across the country with a plan to go to over 300. I mean, for me, it's always just one thing at a time. We always used to say it's one lipstick at a time, one store at a time, one customer at a time. And I think that's the way to do business, is not think big, but work small. It seems to really be the best way to do it.
Marla Beck, thanks so much for joining us on Washington Business Report.
Thank you.
And when we return, no matter what size your business, you need a marketing strategy. We'll tell you how to build one on any budget when we return with our Small Business Spotlight.